Hey Rosedale family, Pastor Kate coming to you today from Youth Hall, and I am sitting here behind this closet that we have decorated in the past year with all of these great photographs from past mission trips. And today I would like to share a story with you. I would like to take you back to March 1st, 2017. I will never forget this day. It was Ash Wednesday that year, and I had received a phone call from our mission company that the youth would be traveling with that summer to go all the way up to Barrow, Alaska. And they called me to tell me that our trip was not going to happen, that things just were not working out in Barrow. And I have to tell you, that was a devastating moment. To be a youth minister, you spend a good portion of your year preparing for mission trips. So to come to March, to come to essentially the springtime, and suddenly you don't have a mission trip, you don't have this trip ready that you had been preparing for many, many months, suddenly goes away. It's stunning. And the best I could do in that moment was just to trust God, just to trust that He had a plan. So now here we are in June of 2020, after 3 months of essentially being in quarantine and still in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic. I have found myself in a similar situation with Mission Trip. I have found myself in a place where the only thing that I could possibly do was to trust God and Jesus Christ that they had us. So, today is June 22nd, and our high schoolers should have returned from Milwaukee, Wisconsin after our inner city mission trip this past Saturday. But as you can imagine, that did not happen. For many, many weeks, as the trip dates drew closer and things started sort of falling into place with just watching everything that was going on in the country with the pandemic, it became clear that the trip was not going to be able to happen. So in preparation for that, we had all sorts of backup plans. We had plan A was Milwaukee, plan B was another idea from the mission company that we were to go with. And now here we are, and we find ourselves in the midst of plan E. So what plan E entails is the high school mission trip participants will be making a trip up to northern Michigan on this coming Thursday, where I have rented a house where we get to spend a long weekend in one another's good company. We are going to spend this weekend in worship, in fellowship, in prayer, and also doing a couple mission projects as well. We understand that this is not ideal, however, we are so thrilled that we get to be in one another's good company this weekend. We have missed seeing each other. We have missed having the physical presence of each other. And we are just grateful for this opportunity to be able to do this. So what I am asking for you today is to keep all of our high schoolers, as well as the adult leaders, in your prayers in the coming week as we travel and as we spend time together. So in lieu of having a commissioning service for our trip, I am going to ask that you keep Maggie Benton, Daniel Bowes, Braden Fitch, Amanda Gerger, Joe Harrison, Brooke Killingbeck, Jack O'Reilly, Molly O'Reilly, Drew Raffey, Evelyn Sowerby, Logan Sowerby, and Megan Wilkowitz in your prayers this week. And I'm also going to ask for prayers for the adult leaders, for Brad Avis, for Scott Benton, for Melanie DeBaudre, for Shannon Marzoff, and for myself. We have been so anxious to be with our kids over these many months, and now we feel like God has indeed made a way for us to do this. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, as I always do, for your amazing support each and every year as we come up to our trip. And even though this trip doesn't look anything like any other trip that we have done in the past, we go with confidence, knowing that this is the trip that God had in mind for us. So I give God thanks for you today. I give God thanks that he has made a way for us to be together this coming week. And I give you thanks for your prayers as you hold us close in your heart and your mind as we travel this week. Thank you, Rosedale family. See you soon.